Hello all my beautiful sisters from those other misters. Welcome back to my channel. Today I am doing something a little bit different. This is kind of gonna be, I don't know, it's kind of a haul video, especially with all of the shit that I have here, but essentially what I'm doing is creating a new series on my channel where I talk about my beauty purchases and why I'm purchasing them. So last year I did a low buy and I feel like I did pretty good with that low buy for the majority of the year. November and December I went ham. I bought a lot of stuff, totally blew it out of the water. But that was kind of what I planned to do. I kind of wanted to keep my purchases to a minimum throughout the year, and then, you know, I knew I was going to go ham at the end of the year. So, I don't look back on it and think that it was a fail low buy. I'm actually quite happy with how I did. And this year, I'm not doing a low buy, but I want to be mindful of my purchases. And one thing that I learned last year was how to be mindful of those purchases. And like this year, not doing a low buy, I want to somehow still maintain that mindfulness. And I kind of thought maybe I would do a series where I sit down every month and I show you guys the things I purchased, but mostly to talk about why I purchased them and whether it was a smart purchase decision for me or a bad purchase decision, or if I'm on the fence or whatever. So that's what this video is going to be, and the videos in the coming months. I'll do one once a month, and there might be videos where, like this one, I have a lot to discuss and justify, and there might be videos where I don't have a lot to discuss or justify, which will be great. But essentially it's like accountability for my beauty purchases. So there we go. I'm going to start with, oh, I'm dropping things. I'm going to start with something that happened very, very, very early in the year, and that was a large Sephora, or two Sephora purchases that Kat and I both made, sort of on behalf of each other. So Kat made an order that was for herself and myself, and then I made an order that was for both of us as well. And in that order I ended up with that. This is 6 McGrath palettes. So I've got 2 of the large Motherships and 4 of the small Motherships. And the reason that these were purchased, some of you will know my opinion on McGrath. I like them. I think it's too fucking expensive. But the reason I purchased them was because we could get them 50% off. So there was a little Sephora glitch, and we took advantage of it. So I wanted to try more McGrath palettes, but I am firm on never paying full price for another McGrath palette because I do not think that they are worth it. And 50% off was a good deal. I've had these palettes for quite a while now, and I've only used one of them once. It was the Sublime palette. This one, I'm wearing it today. So, you know, it's going to take me a while to get through them. In Australia, these large ones retail for $190, so they were like, you know, 95 bucks each. And these little ones, I don't know what they retail for. I'll find out. All right, so these little ones retail for 85 Australian dollars. So they were like, you know, $42.50 each, which, okay, I'll say this. I'm going to assume that the quality of these shadows are the same as the quality of the large palettes. At $42.50 each, I would definitely, like, my feelings without actually having used them is that these were the best buy from the bunch, because the packaging is stunning. They do have a mirror in there, they're quite sturdy, and you get 6 eyeshadows. So, like, absolutely no regrets with these. The big palettes, I also don't really regret that purchase, considering that they were 50% off. And I actually have a really nice memory now with my mum, where we were on the train and she spotted this palette. I opened it up and showed her, and she spotted this shade, and she was like, oh, I want to wear that, can you put it on me? So sitting on the train, I just like took my finger and patted it on her eyelids, and she loved it. She was like, oh my God, that's so beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So that was a really nice moment with my mum. And also she was like, oh, it's sparkly, and look at how the color changes. Oh my God, I've never seen something like that. So that was a really nice moment. Oh, the bird's having a moment. So that was a really nice moment with my mum, quite cute. And if I hadn't purchased palettes, it wouldn't have happened. So I kind of value them simply for that memory. There were some other things that we purchased during that sale. I think I've got both of them here. Is that right? I hope so. Foundations. So the Lancome Tinto Ultra Wear. This was still is an absolute favorite of mine. I have a bottle that's almost finished. So I got another one because I was like, I am taking the bull by the horns. I'm getting one. 50% off. Absolutely, I want it. And Kat had her eye on this foundation. It's the Becca Ultimate Coverage 24-Hour Foundation. And Kat, like, look, you got to give props to a friend who knows your skin type and is kind of able to like pick a foundation shade based off just knowing you. She picked one up for me that, okay, too light for me now because I have a pretty intense tan, but this is in the shade Buff, and I think like once the tan is gone, I think that's going to be a pretty good shade. So yeah, Kat had her eye on that, and because she was ordering one for herself, she just ordered one for me because she was like, I'm running out of time, I've got to get the things. So really excited about that. Pretty keen to try this as well. I don't know if I've actually ever tried a Becca foundation. If I have, I don't recall it, so there's that. But a matte foundation, for me, it's pretty good, especially if it's meant to have ultimate coverage. So I'm pretty keen to try that one. Something else that came to Australia recently that I really had my eye on, I really wanted to try this. I've heard such good things about it, and it came to Australia and then it was just like selling out everywhere and I couldn't find it, and we ended up in a Chemist Warehouse one day, and lo and behold, they had the Maybelline Fit Me Loose Finishing Powder. So I picked up the shade 10 Fair Light. I will say the colors of these, it's kind of hard to choose whether you're getting the right color for you. I personally thought that in the packaging, I thought this looked probably the right color for me, but it's actually quite light on me, and that's before I got the tan. So yeah, but I think this will be good for me in winter, like dead of winter. But so far I quite like the formula. So I picked that one up because I was really wanted to try it. I've wanted to try it for quite a few months. So I was glad that came to Australia, and the reason I bought it was because I really wanted to try it. In Melbourne and in a few other states in Australia, there is a thing called an Estee Lauder corporate store, and this is a store where they basically send like overstock stuff or things that are limited edition, and you know, it's like time to move them off the shelves, from brands like MAC and Tom Ford. They have Estee Lauder and Clinique. They even have Joe Malone and like some other really high-end brands, but it's essentially brands that are under Estee Lauder. And we went there, Kat and I, Simon, Crystal came along as well. We went, we had a look. We've got, like, Kat and I have permanent passes, and we go there. Look, we go there once a year, usually at the start of the year. I think we have sometimes gone like twice a year. We don't go there often, but we like to go and check it out. And I picked up some things. So most of the things that I purchased were high end, except for these from MAC. I mean, look, MAC's sort of middle of the road, I reckon. But anyway, I bought some high end stuff as well. So these are the MAC Shape and Shade Brow Tints. So these are like, these used to be called MAC Eyebrows. And these are, I hope, I'm just going to check that I got them right. Nope, I brought the wrong ones, didn't I? Motherfucker. Damn, that's so disappointing. So hang on, let me get what I thought I was buying. Okay, so what I thought I was buying was these. So these are MAC eyebrows, and essentially these are MAC's version of their like super slim eyebrow color products. Now they recently, not recently, last year sometime, they changed the packaging to have little spoolies on the end, which I think is a fantastic idea. And the two shades that I use are Lingering and Fling. These are my like all-time favorite brow products. When these run out, I buy more, even if I don't need brow products, because I adore these. The formula is fantastic. The colors are perfect for me. I like to use Fling in the inner part and Lingering on the outer part of the brow. And that's what I thought I was buying. I thought I was buying these, but with the spoolies. They did have them. I saw them there, I pulled them out, and I'm like, oh yeah, I'm gonna get some of these because these ones are almost out. Or not almost out, you can't actually tell how much is in them because they're not retractable, but I've had them for a while and I was like, look, I don't know if they're almost out, I'm gonna get some more. But I didn't even buy them. Motherfuck. I got these, which are in Lingering and Fling, so my shades, which is fantastic. But these are the pens. These are pens. They're bloody pens. They're brow pens. Okay, so that's the thing. And what's on the bottom? A powder. Okay, all right. So there we go. That's a thing that has happened. How do I feel about this now that they're not what I thought they were? Okay, so I can't return these because it's like a, you know, it's like their clearance store basically. Okay, I'm kind of intrigued by the pen tip. I don't have any brow pen tip products in my stash. So that's intriguing. I haven't tried these before. I'm keen to try them. The colored bit, not my jam. Never has been my jam, and I don't think it ever will be my jam. But now that I have them, like stuck with them, I'm gonna try the pens for sure. But this is definitely not a purchase that I thought I was making. So, that's the thing. If I had noticed what I was picking up in store, I would have put these back. I would not have purchased them, and I would have dug around for these guys. So there we go. That's a thing. That's a purchase that I did not intend to make, and I wouldn't have made if I realized what the fuck I was doing. I purchased some more things at the corporate store, and these are the brands that I go straight to when I go to the corporate store, because these are the products that I want to get discounted if I can. Jo Malone, I purchased a perfume. This is the Tropical Cherimoya. Tropical Cherimoya. So this is like a white floral, sweet white floral. It's $119 in the corporate store. Let me see what they retail for normally. For a 100ml bottle, these usually retail for $198, so it's a pretty good little saving. I have 3 Jo Malone fragrances, and 2 of them I purchased at the corporate store. One I purchased full price many years ago. That's years and years ago. But I was happy to add another Jo Malone fragrance to my stash. I have quite a big fragrance collection, and I am working on using up some that I just don't like. I enjoy, but I don't love. And what I'm trying to do is only add fragrances to my stash that I love. And I do actually have 2 more to show you, which I love. One in particular is just like the most amazing, beautiful fragrance that I've come across in a long time. But the Tropical Cherimoya, it's a beautiful one and I really like it. Some other things that I got at the corporate store were actually from Tom Ford. The brush. So I bought a brush from Tom Ford. This is the number 05. It is a blush brush, I believe. I don't remember how much this cost me, but it was over $100. It's an expensive brush. I'm actually going to look up what it retails for. Okay, so I'm pretty sure I said it's a blush brush. It's not. It's a Tom Ford 05 bronzing brush. It retails for $180 on David Jones. I did not pay $180 for it. I'm pretty sure it was just like a hair over $100, like maybe 108 or 107 or something like that. It was under $110, I'm sure. But it's beautiful. I've actually been using it as a powder brush. You can see it's huge. And yeah, I like it. I really like Tom Ford brushes. I've only got 2. I've got it was meant to be a cream blush, or maybe it was a foundation. I use it as a foundation brush, and I've got this one. Both of them I got at the Estee Lauder corporate store. If you've been watching me for a while, you probably know I really love Luxe makeup brushes, natural hair bristles. It's my fave. So I was very happy to see that in the corporate store, and like no regrets making that purchase. They also had, and I'd never seen these in the corporate store before, but they had Tom Ford lipsticks. So these are the, do they call them boys and girls, or maybe not? It just, look, it just says lip color matte. This is in the shade 29 Ben. That's why I think it's like the boys and girls collection, because I think this is like the boys. Anyway, this is it's a dark reddish brown. It's gorgeous. I have never purchased or owned or been given or nothing Tom Ford lipstick. So this is my first, and I really wanted to try it. They weren't cheap though. I think it was still $30 or something. I don't know. It wasn't cheap for a tiny little, basically looks like a mini lipstick, something you would get as like a gift with purchase, or in like a Christmas set. It's about that size. Like, these are tiny. Does it say how much is in there? No, it would have been on the box and I've thrown it out. Anyway, I wanted to try one. And since it was the first time I'd seen them in the corporate store discounted, I was like, yes, I am trying it. There was also one other Tom Ford product that caught my eye. There were quite a few Tom Ford products, but this one caught my eye. It was the last one. I couldn't try it because it was the last one and they didn't have a tester. It is the bronzing powder. So this was not cheap. I believe it was it $50 something? What? Jesus fucking Christ. I didn't realize how expensive these were. These are $105. I did not pay $105 for it. I can't remember exactly what I paid. Anyway, I was a bit hesitant because I couldn't swatch it, and I feel like on camera it looks, you know, quite warm, but it's actually got some pink tones in there as well. So I was a bit hesitant, but when it was coming down to the wire, I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna try it. So this is in the shade 02 Terra. I have played with this, and so far very impressed. Knowing what it retails for and knowing that I definitely didn't pay anywhere near that price, I'm really happy to have that. I actually appreciate it more now that I know that I got such a saving on it. So yay. There was one more thing I picked up at the corporate store. I think, did I say that was the last stuff? It wasn't. I actually got one of these as well. This is a Clinique Beyond Perfecting Foundation and Concealer. I picked up the shade 6 Ivory. I had a sample of this and I used it and I really liked it. And then like I purchased this at the corporate store with a bit of a saving, which was great, and I used it. It's got like I used it in a video actually. It's got a doe foot applicator and I'm all like blah, 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 blah. And then I started like blending it out and I was like, fuck, that was too much product. So learned a valuable lesson there with this product. But I like this foundation. I was happy to add it to my stash, and even happier to do that at a discounted price. When I'd used the sample of that Clinique foundation, I was like, one day I'm going to buy this and like add it to my stash, and look, the opportunity was there, so I took it, and no regrets with that. Something else that I got on sale, I ended up at a Mecca Maxima store, I think it was, with, or was it a Mecca Cosmetica? I don't know. I ended up at a Mecca with Simon and Kat, and it was shortly after the Boxing Day sales, but I'm pretty sure it was in the new year. I'm pretty sure. Anyway, I found one of these. How's that? So this is the Hourglass Confession Refillable Lipstick Set. This was actually from Christmas 2017, and they were discounted. And I already purchased one of these. I purchased one when they were released. But because it was on sale, I was like, fuck it, I'm getting one. Many of you will know how I feel about these lipsticks. They are my favorite bullet lipsticks. Absolute favorites. I am fighting to get the Valentine's Day one. There are certain websites that I'm refreshing every day to see if they're like up for sale. No luck so far. I am going to be absolutely furious if I can't get that set. Mecca in Australia have said that they're not getting it. I don't know if that is correct, but I don't know. Anyway, when I saw this, I was like, fuck it, I'm going to get one, because the components and the refills, it was good value. All of the shades in this particular set I really liked, and when I purchased this set, we actually used one of the refills from this for an episode of the Makeup Breakup, and it was a lighter shade, one that I probably wouldn't wear as often as the other ones that were in there, but look, the universe gives back. So yeah, I was so happy to get that. Went to Bali, and actually, no, I have some more sale items. Okay, so Mum and I went to Chadstone. It was sort of like I've got to go to Chadstone and grab a few things before I go to Bali. I had to like put in a piece of jewelry to be fixed, have like the battery changed on my watch and stuff like that. Also got my ears pierced again, which was a great experience. But we walked past Bath and Body Works, and Mum, I bought her a body butter from Bath and Body Works, and she really liked it. And I noticed that they had sales bins, and I was like, let's go in and have a look, because if you want another body butter, they might have them on sale. And they did, and they were like, I think it was like they were $5. All of the bins were $5. So Mum got some body butters for herself, and I actually found a couple of items in there, and when I found one of these, I was digging. I was like, give them to me. I love these, and I was happy to pay $5 each for them. They are the shower jellies. So I have the Waikiki Beach Coconut. This was a scent that I hadn't had before. Oh, it smells like coconut. It smells so good. And then there's Cabana Breeze, and I have got one of these, but I was like, fuck it, I'm getting another one. Oh God, that smells like honeydew melon. It's just amazing. I really like these. I featured them in a recap last year. Favorite product, fantastic. Really, really happy to get them on sale. Okay, now Bali. So we went to Bali and we went through duty free, as you do at the airport when we were leaving, and we were, you know, browsing around, and it we kind of got onto the idea of like, let's buy a fragrance to sort of mark our holiday, and I thought that was a nice idea. I think everyone else thought it was a nice idea. Kat bought fragrance as well. We both picked one that was the same, so I consider this my Bali scent. It is the Dolce and Gabbana Italian Zest Light Blue. I didn't actually use this in Bali. I didn't use either of the fragrances I'm about to show you, but I consider this my Bali holiday scent because Kat and I purchased them together to sort of mark the holiday. This is beautiful. It's a lemon. It's fucking lemon. It's so nice. Very unique to my collection. I didn't have anything like this that has that intense, like, this is a lemon fragrance with some other notes, but lemon. It's like, I am lemon. And I remember when Kat and I talked about this release, like the collection release on Beauty News, we were like, fuck, that's going to be so good. Like Italian Zest, it was all lemon themed, and we saw the men's fragrance, and the men's fragrance was really nice, but we were like, we want to smell the ladies. And we found it and we were just like, yeah, it's done. So that is new fragrance edition number 2. New fragrance edition number 3 is another Dolce & Gabbana fragrance that I picked up Melbourne Airport. This is 3 La Imperatrice. Anyway, this is like, sort of like watermelon rind, citrus, like lemon, fresh zest, some sort of sweetness. Look, I don't know what the notes are, but the notes are scents that make me happy. And this is my favorite fragrance purchase of the year so far. This is the only fragrance I want to wear at the moment. This is such a me summer fragrance. I fucking love it. I'm so glad I purchased this because I was like, God, I can't buy 2 perfumes. Like, I knew I had purchased this. I knew that I already had like a large fragrance collection, but I was like, I can't leave the airport without both of these. Like, I need them. How do I choose from like 2 favorites? So I didn't choose, or I chose them both. I was like, fuck it. And no regrets with that either. Like, I'm very, very happy that I came home with both of these. While I was on holiday, I had them, like all of the fragrances, they were in a bag from duty free and we didn't use them. They were just sitting in the suitcase, and every time I would open the suitcase to, like, you know, put something in there or get something out and I'd see it, I was like, oh, I bought both of those fragrances. I'm so excited. I can't wait to use them. So yeah, no regrets with that. Yes, it was very expensive, but I am happy to have them. I also purchased a piece of makeup in Bali. I believe this is an Indonesian brand. This is the Amina Born to be Loved Pop Rouge Pressed Eyeshadow Palette. This cost me about $3 or $4 Australian dollars. It is just a little trio, but it's actually, like, I'm actually really excited to try this. I don't know what the quality is like. They didn't have any testers, but you've got like a camel matte, you've got a chocolatey brown matte, and then sort of like a cool toned pinkish nudie brown shimmer. And like, we were looking around, there were so many so many like lip products, and there was base products. I was like tempted to try a base product because I was like, I want to see how they're made to hold up in that sort of really hot, humid climate. So I was like, take some home, but there was no like testers or anything like that. So when I saw this, I was like, you know what, that is a very, very wearable eyeshadow palette, good for travel. So I'm gonna give it a go. And at, I don't know, $3, $4, $5, like it was hard to say no. So yeah, I went with that. I have I'm going off topic here. I have neighbors down the road, and every year they have a toga party, and I'm pretty sure they have a band, at like a live band at this party as well. I'm pretty sure that live band is currently sound checking, so I don't think it's going to be loud enough for you guys to hear, but if you hear anything that sounds odd, it's going to be that. Every year I say I'm going to go and crash that party. I never do. Not because like I wouldn't do it, but like I would do it. But like one year I was sick as a dog. I couldn't go. The first year that I noticed they were having the party, I was like, oh, I can't do that. That's so naughty. And then every year after that, I've had something to do. Or I've been in my pajamas before I realized that they were having the party, and I was like, fuck it, I'm not getting dressed for that shit. So there you go. I'm gonna be out tonight too. I can't do it. Damn it! Why did the gods hate me? Why did the party crashing gods hate me? I'm at the end. I am at the end of the things that I purchased in January. All right, this one is probably one where we can be like, Hayley, you didn't need to fucking buy that, you cheeky bitch. So Mecca is a retailer here in Australia. It's a beauty retailer. It's kind of like Sephora, but better. And they were launching the Too Faced Tutti Frutti collection. They also do this thing called beauty loot boxes, which is like a reward box that you can collect. I think they do it 3 times a year. So anyway, the beauty loot boxes came out, and I'm like, all right, I'll go in store and pick up my box, because you don't need to make a purchase to pick it up. You just go in, ask for it, and they will give it to you. But I just kept not going in. Then they launched the Tutti Frutti collection, which happened just a few days after the boxes were released. And I was looking on the website, and there was a particular product that I had my eye on, and I was like, I really want to try that. And I know, like, Kat had told me that it hadn't got good reviews. I hadn't seen any reviews. I watched a few sort of in the lead up, like knowing that it was going to release like the next day. So I watched a couple, and I was like, I don't know these YouTubers. I couldn't actually find anyone that I knew who was reviewing it. So I was like, even if they do or don't like it, I don't like it. Holds no weight with me. I am gonna have to try this foundation myself, so I purchased it. This is the Do You Full Coverage Fresh Glow foundation. I haven't even opened this. I got it in the shade light beige. I don't know if that's going to be the right shade for me. I might actually have a look right now. Okay, it's going to be too light. Ooh, it smells like Jolly Ranchers, watermelon Jolly Ranchers. Wow, that's interesting. Color, it's oxidizing a bit. Color probably not quite right for me at the moment. I don't know, it's hard to tell. I have to just put it on. But anyway, I wanted to try it for myself, so I figured that's what I'm gonna do. I purchased it. To get free shipping and to get my beauty loot box, that's why I didn't go in store and test this out, because I was like, I'm too lazy. I wanted my beauty loot box. I knew they'd ship it with the order, so I got that, but also wanted free shipping. And this was completely unnecessary. This foundation was unnecessary. I really wanted to try it, so I don't really regret that purchase. If it's absolutely terrible foundation, then okay, maybe I'll regret it later, but for now I'm okay with it. Stila had a little set that I actually didn't have any of the shades. So there's Dollish, Embellish, and Stylish. I think Embellish and Stylish are both quite sheer, and Dollish is like a little bit more pigmented with the color. Anyway, they're all sort of like pinky. Look, Dollish is a pink with a gold shift. Embellish is like a mauve with pink. And then Stylish is sort of like a sheer gold with silver, but it's very sheer and like a topper. Anyway, when I saw it, I was like, you know what? I don't have any of those shades. I like those products. It's going to put me over the free shipping cap. Fuck it, I'm buying it. I haven't used any of them yet, so I can't really comment on those particular shades. However, I know I like that product. So that was everything that I purchased in January, and I feel like in January it was almost like a carry-on of November and December. Like, my purchases were just like buying the things, not buying all of the things, buying the things that I genuinely wanted. And okay, sometimes the reasoning is probably not the smartest, but I can afford to buy these things, so I wanted them, so I purchased them. I think now, knowing what I know now, the MAC eyebrow things, total bummer. I could definitely have lived without them, and I would not have purchased them if I knew what they were. Like, if I didn't pick up the wrong boxes and buy them, I wouldn't have purchased them. Like, that's the only reason I ended up with them. I thought it was a different product. I am kind of bummed about that. It does have a silver lining in that I now get to try those like little brow pen things, that's cool, but it was not a purchase that I intended on making. But yeah, I definitely think this is not good low buy status. Like I said, I'm not on a low buy, but in terms of trying to be mindful about what I'm purchasing, I am happy with what I brought into my collection, but it's not like, this is not by any means low consumption of beauty products when it comes to making purchases. I am keen to see how I go throughout the rest of the year. Look, I'm sort of trying to forward think about things that I might want to buy. Like I said, the Hourglass Valentine's duo, if I can find that, I'm gonna buy it. So hopefully you guys will see me mention that as a purchase in February. I want that. I want it badly. Another thing that comes to mind, the new Visa palette, what's it called? The Liaison palette. So that is sort of like the purple and nude one. That is also something that I think about every now and then, and I'm like, do I want to buy that? Should I buy that? I really like the color selection, so I am very tempted, but I'm not sure if I will actually like go forward with that. I had a lot of palettes come into my collection in January. I actually think I had more palettes come into my collection in January than I did all of 2018. And palettes are a problem area for me because I know how little I get to use them, how much space they take up, and how easy it is to just buy. I don't feel bad about the Pat McGrath purchasing decisions that I made based on the sale that I got them on. I also don't, oh my God. I also don't feel bad about this little guy, which I just dropped. That's like, I want to see what this is like. It was a tiny little purchase. So, you know, that's not gonna, fuck. Man, I've got blushes that take up more space than this. Like, that's not really a problem. So yeah, I look at what I purchased this month and I go, fuck, that's a lot. But there's not really any regrets. I'm pretty happy. And actually, when I see it all here in front of me, I'm like, oh, I can't wait to try that. Oh my God, tomorrow I'm going to wear that and that and that and that. So that's a good sign to me, because if you're excited by your purchases, for me personally, I feel like that means you potentially made a good purchasing decision. If the product falls flat and it's crap, that's another story. But overall, I'm pretty happy. I'm pretty damn happy. I think the only thing that stresses me out is the fact that I have so many Pat McGrath palettes to try out, and I know it's going to take me forever to get through them. I think something that makes me especially happy about my purchasing choices in January was a lot of them were on sale, or I didn't pay full retail for them, which was great. How many things did I pay full retail for? Oh my God, really not that many. Holy fuck, I paid full retail for 3 items. The Stila set, the Too Faced foundation, and the little Amina eyeshadow palette. Everything else I got discounted. Perfumes from duty free, lipsticks on sale, palettes on sale. Even the Maybelline Fit Me powder was on sale at Chemist Warehouse. So that's actually really, like, that's pretty good. That makes me feel even better about the purchases, to be honest. And I wasn't really feeling bad in the first place. All right, guys, so that's it for me. I hope you enjoyed whatever this is. I still don't know what I'm going to call this series, but let me know how you feel about it. Like, do you think that this could potentially be an interesting series that you want to watch? I know this definitely felt like a haul video. It's not my intention of what this is meant to be. This is meant to be about, like, what I purchased, why I purchased it, being mindful of those purchases. And I genuinely hope that I have the ability to create videos in this series throughout the year that feature little to zero products. Because I also want to be able to talk about why I don't purchase products, because there are long periods where I don't purchase things. Let me know how you guys are going with your beauty consumption. Are you doing like a low buy or a no buy? How's it going for you? Do you feel like you're succeeding, failing? Maybe you like fell off the wagon and you're getting back on. I don't know. Let me know. Let me know how things are going for you guys. Or maybe you're not doing like a low buy or no buy at all, and you're trying to do what I'm trying to do. Just be a little bit mindful of the purchases. And also let me know what you did purchase in January. Were you like me, where it was just like a rollover of November and December craziness? Or were you like, no more fucking purchasing after the December damage? Anyway, let me know. Leave all of the comments down below. I'm definitely interested to see what you guys think and how you're going with your beauty spends. And I'm gonna go. I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.